Hello, I am back again, and we are going to be jumping into a game called City Skylines here. I will be playing a scenario in this game, which is a disaster scenario. It came along with the DLC for natural disasters, and going by the name of it, I am going to be trying to build a city that's going to be regularly hit by tornadoes. And it keeps bonging at me. So, back to the game. Please actually pick up the game, please. Come on, there we go. Okay. So, I will be spending about an hour or so. I'm not going to build a public library right now. What we have right here is the lovely little city of Pepper Lake. A very unusually built little city of Pepper Lake, but I can work with it. And this is a they need commercial and they need commercial and industrial very badly because they've got nothing but residential here. Oh, all right then. Okay. So that's going to be priority number one, but let's see, where do I actually get in and show you? No, that's the city statistics. Where is my scenario? Where is the thing that tells me what my scenario is? I know it's around here somewhere. Options? Nope. Well, I know that I'm supposed to raise the population, and I know I'm not supposed to let the money drop too far, which is going to make this interesting. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to pick up some dirt roads because they are the least expensive roads. And I'm going to drop one. I'm going to drop one right here by the dump. And okay, where do I put the next one? We're just gonna make sure that things are tight. Just going to do some very basic, very small straight lines just to save myself some money. And that will be the industrial section there. And we'll put in a bit of commercial right in between, like right in here. We'll put in just enough commercial. Also on dirt roads. You know, it's more important to me to get the width on that side, so there we go. Okay. There we go. And then I will pick up some industrial. We'll drop some industrial in here. Give me my paintbrush. I want industrial on this side. And then I want commercial on the other side. Forget doing anything on that side of the street at all. And we'll just run this as commercial. That's too much. Back to my painting tool. Okay, so that's some industrial and some commercial. I'll make sure to run them a water pipe. They can figure out their power. Hopefully I have enough power for everybody. And we'll just let that go and let them get some building done. And I hardly spent any money because I used dirt roads. Okay, so we've got the water intake down here, and we've got the sewage going out here. Bunch of power lines. Okay, economy. Going to nudge the taxes up to make me a bit more money. We're going to take them up to 12 because that's generally the largest amount that cities will bear before they start complaining about their taxes being too high. So we'll bring in some money for that because I have a suspicion that things like... Okay, we do in fact have at least one fire department down here. We have one police department. I could really use a disaster response unit, but I will need to raise the population to 2,600 for that. So I am probably going to have to... But yeah, I'm seeing that I did not build enough commercial and industrial to meet needs. So I am gonna have to put in a bit more. There's slightly more demand for commercial than industrial, so I'm gonna... I'm gonna extend this road. Gonna... Yeah, actually, right across there. And right across there. We'll zone in more commercial. And make sure that they have water pipe. I don't like how expensive this is. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay, so... Okay, nothing's being zoned, apparently. Nope, there are no zones. Alright. So, there is a power issue now. I'm gonna need more power. Hopefully I have enough to buy some power. Whoop! That's a little more than I intended. Okay. Just do that. Move down a brush size. Whoop! Just pull this in around the edges. Alright, while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk about the charity that I am raising money for. I am raising money for Thankmas and World Central Kitchen today. World Central Kitchen is their first responders to their first responder group to disasters, a nonprofit that shows up and makes sure that the people who are affected by the disasters are being fed and that they are being looked after. And to me, this is a very important thing. After a disaster, one of the most important things to me personally is to see the people who've been affected by that disaster fed. Getting food in their bellies means that they are more able to deal with what the disaster has dealt unto them. So that is why I have decided to participate in Thankmas this year, and why I am raising money for World Central Kitchen through Thankmas. Hickory Square! Our industrial area, my industrial area is Hickory Square. I love it. Okay, and forget the inland water treatment. I'm not dealing with that right now. Industrial specializations. Oh, well, I can't really specialize with either of those things right now, so that's just gonna be left alone. Now, I do see a lot of power complaints, so I am gonna need some sort of power plant. I am not putting in a fishing industry right now. I am marshaling my funds. And right now, we need power. I would love to put in more windmills, but I need more power than that. So I'm actually going to be putting in one of these coal power plants. And I'm going to put it like right by the garbage dump here. And hopefully that should produce enough power for everyone. Yes? Yes, excellent. Okay. This is a very interesting interchange going on here. It's fascinating. I actually kind of like it. I've never built one quite like this before, but I do like having the roundabouts coming off the highways. Oh, look at all those trucks. Oh, that's a lot of truck traffic. Okay, so currently needs are being met. We're not adding very many people. I'm going to need to give them space to expand, or I'm going to have to get them to level up. Oh, thank you, Mia. Unfortunately, I didn't really build most of this. This is actually a scenario that I'm running here. So all of the Crescent District here, all of this was already here when I came in. So obviously they have it the nicest. Over here in Oak Hills and Hickory Square, they've all got dirt roads. So I'm going to need to put in a little bit more commercial, and then I think I should be expanding my residential a little bit. So one day you have to show me how to do what? Oh, what one did you get? I am doing Tornado Alley, which is one of these scenarios that came along with the Natural Disasters DLC. Okay, I'm going to extend this road like this. I will deal with that in a bit. And then this one will extend down here like this. And across. And up and over and there we go. Alright, and then zone that for commercial. I know they already have water because I ran water over to that commercial district. And you know what? I will let this strip here be commercial as well. Okay, what do I need to show you how to do, Mia? What is the thing that you want shown to you? Because I'm curious. Okay, and I'll expand Oak Hills to cover the new stuff that I put in. And I think extending the residential out this way is what I want to do. I like how they've been building in these oblongs so far. So I think I'm going to continue that pattern once again with the dirt roads. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, so you know what? Let's go over by 2. And then like so. These are some very neat and tidy oblongs going on here. So they're not the prettiest, but they're very efficient oblongs. All right. And give them some water. Oh, try not to spend too much money. And then zone this up for residential. Okay, actually don't zone that little strip there or that side of the street. There we go. Now, what is this here? Oh, this is a little 2-lane. Okay. I'm actually going to, I want to continue. Oh, I see what they've done. Oh, I see. It's a 2-lane one-way road. Okay. So, extend that like that. And I'm going to use a regular 2-lane just to cross between those so that they can loop. I'm not sure why this one is one way right here. I'm gonna change that to 2-way. Because I think the little crossovers being 2-way works better for me, personally. Okay. And I still have a bit of money here. So let's see if I can raise the land, if I have the right roads to raise the land value a little bit here. I do not. Not even a single tree-lined road is available to me. I don't have enough people. Oh well, they're gonna have to just live with their ugly roads for the time being. Although, you know, I could probably afford to upgrade some roads from dirt to pavement. I'm going to do that over in the industrial district first, though, because massive amounts of truck traffic. So I'm actually gonna make sure that the 2 main arteries here are paved, and we'll see how the money does with this. Lots of trucks, lots of traffic. I actually kind of like this idea of having the one-way roads. That is really neat. It's a bit of a pain in the butt for the people who live up here, maybe. But giving them the 2 ways through here should help. Okay. And let's see. They don't have a graveyard at all, which is something I should probably look into at some point. But we don't actually have access to graveyards yet, as far as I can see, so I'm not too worried yet. But the industrial and commercial areas here, they definitely need some fire and police. So I'm going to give them an old school firehouse, one with the big brick chimney, because that makes me happy. And I'm going to give them a little police station. You know what? Like, yeah, right in the middle here. And that should hopefully take care of them for now. I'm keeping a close eye on my money. I know that I lose if my money goes down too far, but I don't remember what the number is. Oh, right, and I need to extend the Crescent District over here to cover the area that I just put in. There. So when we get a residential demand, I now have some place for them to move in. Admittedly, it's not as nice as the starter area because they've got dirt roads instead of paved streets. But, oh, look at all that stuff leveling up in there. Oh, Oak Hills is leveling up so fast. Look at them go. Hickory Square wants some more people to employ. So hopefully once we get some people moving in to the areas that I just put in. Oh, and there goes some houses leveling up too. Okay. We are bringing in more money than we are spending. And while there's supposedly a need for more construction, they don't have enough people to employ, so I need more people to move into the city before I go expanding the construction areas because, well, we need to employ some folks. So, while we watch Pepper Lake... Yes, roads have names. Oh, you know what? I did not turn on... Hold on one moment. We're just going to pause for just a moment. And I just remembered that I did not turn on my channel point reward for renaming streets. So I will take care of that. Turn that one on, turn that one off. There we go. Okay, now you can spend channel points in order to rename a street. There we go. All right. And while we're waiting for the city to get some things built, I will talk again about what I'm doing here today. I am going to be streaming today until about midnight Eastern Standard Time, playing various different games and raising money for World Central Kitchen through Thankmas. World Central Kitchen is a group of first responders who they go to places that have been hit by disasters and they make sure that the people who've been affected by those disasters are fed. And this
Meteorologists have issued a severe
no
warning for the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
I've got no shelters. I don't have enough population. I'm so close. Oh no. If I just had a few more people, I would be able to build disaster response and shelters, but I don't. No. Okay, I am definitely okay. I'm going to spend just enough money to put in another water pumping station. Right here, and connect it up. And one more sewage thingy. And also connect it so that the city will have enough water. And I'm going to save the rest of my money to deal with disaster, dealing with this disaster. I'm also getting nagged on my phone, and I will deal with that. Okay, so when disasters like a major tornado occurs, World Central Kitchen goes to that place to provide food for the people who have lost their homes or lost their businesses, mostly those who have lost their homes, to make sure that they are fed despite the disaster. And to me, this is one of the most important responses to a disaster.
A tornado has touched down in
That
the area.
is so big.
Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Oh boy, that's so big. Stay on that side of the river, please. Please stay on that side of the river. See, when a disaster like this, like a big tornado comes through and tears through your neighborhood and rips up your house, the most important thing, to my mind, is to make sure that you are fed. You can even wait for shelter on that one. You can shelter under a tarp if your belly is full. So, oh boy, it's so big. It's a really big tornado. So when stuff like this happens, you really want to have a nonprofit like World Central Kitchen around to be able to feed the people, especially when you don't have shelters or a disaster response unit in your city to be able to respond to a terrible event like this, which is going to tear right through my residential neighborhood if it keeps going on the path that it's going. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, the thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. I thank you for telling me about the new building. It's not the building that I want. Oh, it's turning, it's going for the commercial district. Oh, it's hitting the houses. It's tearing straight through the middle of town. It's destroying so many homes. Oh boy. Oh, this is going to be very expensive to fix. See, because this is a game, and because I've saved up a whole bunch of money, I can try to fix this. Oh boy, it went across so much of the residentials. It just tore across the entire residential district. There are so many homeless people now. And now it's just sitting there on top of the new places that I created. Okay, I'm going to wait.
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter
I'm going to wait until the
available.
tornado is finished with its vendetta against that one particular block. Okay, and let's check out the disaster report. 344 citizens were lost, 63 buildings were destroyed, and 2,600 meters of road. Stop telling me about the recycling center. I've got to fix this. Oh boy. See, when destruction like this happens, you need to see the people fed. Because obviously in their homes, there's no more food. Okay, so, is this... Ah, yes. Okay, I can still... Going to repair the roads. Going to keep a close eye on the money and repair the roads. Now, because I don't have a disaster response unit in this city yet, the most that I can do is repair the roads. And, oh boy, okay. So I repair the roads, which is what I am doing here. Thankfully, dirt roads cost a lot less to repair. Okay, so is that all of the... No, that's not all of the roads. I'm going to make sure that the roads are better. And it looks like I got all the roads, I think. And because I don't have a disaster response unit, my only recourse to all of these destroyed buildings is to bulldoze them. So we're just going to be a moment. We're going to clear out all of this rubble so that people can rebuild. Now, if I had a disaster response unit in the game, I would be able to just leave these, and the disaster response unit would come and make sure that they were repairable by the citizens. And I wouldn't have to bulldoze everybody's home. But that's what happens. Okay, so that is all of the destruction taken care of. And now we have the roads repaired and we have the rubble cleared out so that people can rebuild. Whoop! So I will unpause and we'll just let them run. We're going to leave... There is a demand for some industrial, but I'm going to leave that alone for the time being so that we can get the residential rebuilt so that there are people to be employed by the industrial. That's... Okay, you know what? While we are in the rebuilding stage, this is actually the best time to be putting in schools and other amenities of that sort. So, let's drop in an elementary school. Let's see, where is a good place to put it? You know what? I'm gonna put it right here. And is there any difference in cost between these? Nope, they just look different. Okay. Okay, I choose one of these. And I'm just gonna put it right here. And that should be more than enough school availability for everyone that I have. Oh, I hate spending that much money at once, but we must educate the people. Okay, and so now we can see that all of the houses are being rebuilt after that terrible, terrible tornado that just came through here. Everybody's rebuilding. We have a few dead trees, but as the ground recovers from having the tornado go over it, the trees will grow back. And they'll start to look like the ones for the daffodil residents here. I love that. Oh, I love that. We will rebuild! We will have our city back again! And hopefully, I lost a lot of population in that. I'm back to having only 1,500 population. But we have 76 people moving in per week, so the population should rebuild, hopefully. I need to get it to 2,600 in order to have a disaster response unit. I'd put down an elementary school. Stop talking to me about it. And so it's just patience. It's just patience at this point. The commercial buildings are getting really worked up here because they don't have enough customers. We need more people to move into the city. I don't need to look at a medical clinic. There's a medical clinic around here somewhere. There it is. It's right there. By some sort of miracle, the tornado did not, in fact, hit it. Okay, this building did not have enough customers, and so the company went out of business. So just gotta clear that out to make room for somebody else to build on that spot. No, I'm absolutely not buying a new square. I'm going to build in the square that I have. It's a good square. I like it. It's, as long as I stay in one square, there's only so much spots that the tornado can hit me. So just gonna let the people rebuild their homes. And wouldn't it be nice if World Central Kitchen were here to make sure that the people who were made homeless by that tornado had good food to eat? I'm really belaboring this and it's getting awkward. So we are definitely having some rebuilding going on here. It's really nice. I don't need to know about the landfill site. It would be really nice to put in a recycling center. I will agree. Oh dear. Peter's Drive is on fire. Oh wait, it went out. Okay. You know, construction periodically sets things on fire. So I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. What is going on here? Oh, it's all people commuting back home again. That's it. They're people moving in and commuting to and from work. And stop telling me about the fishing industry, please. And see, despite the dirt roads, people are building and moving in. In fact, they're putting in their patio umbrellas before they even finish the house. That's how much they want to move in. So I've just got to have some patience. It's hard to be patient. It's really hard to be patient. But the question is, I only have, because the Terraria ran so long, because it was hilariously fun, I only have about an hour to play this scenario. And the question of whether or not I'm going to be able to raise my population enough to get the disaster response unit before my time runs out is a big question. Aw, thank you, Mia. That's very sweet of you to say. Possibly not entirely truthful, but very sweet. So, lots of lovely people moving in. I'm going to have to create more residential space soon, just so that there's enough room for the number of people that I want. In fact, as long as people haven't built on this corner, why don't I do that now? So, back to the super cheapo, super inexpensive dirt roads. Let's run this. Sure, let's put in some oblongs that go this way this time. It's a pity I'm going to be destroying someone's home. And let's put in another one. And yeah, you know what? Connect it there. Make sure I run them some water pipe. There we go. And zone that residential. And I only destroyed, what, 2 homes doing that? It's fine. And then make sure that I extend the district to cover the new area. Well, you know what, let's go all the way down. I know I'm going to go all the way down eventually. I'm always going down. Hush, all of you. Okay. There we go. I should probably give them another park down here. The parks that are up here are not going to cover them. What's something really small I can give them doesn't cost very much? A small park. Certainly, let's do that. I will put a small park like right in here. And that will cover the area that is not covered by that park up there. Keeping my costs under control. Control the costs. Look at that. People are already building. We've got 44 people a week moving into the city. There is a demand for a bit more construction, industrial. And they're not complaining about having not having enough people to employ. All right, let's give the industrial area a little bit of a boost. Okay, I'm gonna continue with the inexpensive dirt roads because it's just easier that way. Let's give them like this, like this, and a little bit of bulldozing. A lot of bulldozing. And then, because the industrial area has so much truck traffic, I am going to do this. I will run them a little more water. Oh, why that gotta cost so much? Alright, and I'm going to zone along here. Like so. I'm gonna leave this bottom part, like this bottommost part, unzoned, just to make it easier to expand the next time I want or need to. Just run this district over like that, like that. Make sure all the industry is within Hickory Square. Alright, and we'll let them do what they will with that. Oh, I hear the chime. I hear the chime. That means houses are leveling up. I'm losing population. No! Oh, are the people dying? Please tell me the people aren't dying. I can't put in a cemetery yet. Please don't die. Okay, it is very concerning that the drugstore did not have enough customers, but now they do. Oh, I need to grow my population. I can't lose my population. Oh wait, here we go. Now we've got 56 people moving in per week. And the only demand currently is for residential. We do have some residential area that people haven't built on yet though, so I'm going to hold off just for the moment, in the hopes that people will move into the blank spaces that currently exist. Oh, I see. Okay, no, wait, no, I don't want that to be industrial. No, I want that to be residential. Why was that spot not zoned? I don't know. There is a house on fire. There is a house on fire. Is somebody doing something about that? Yes, they are. All hail the fire station. Okay, so nobody was moving into that particular gap because it wasn't zoned for some reason. Let's just double check around and make sure that... Yes, okay. We are covered. And people are moving in. Look at those spots fill up. Look at those spaces filling up.
Meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the area.
Again?
Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
I just got my population to grow past where I was before. Look at this. I have a whole 100. I have a whole.
Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
I have a whole 100 more people than the last time I got a tornado, but it's still not enough for a disaster response unit. Okay, where is the tornado? Oh, there it is. There it, oh, it's coming. It's coming. Alright, you know what? I'm speeding up time. It's gonna come and it's gonna hit the residential district again. Oh yeah, straight across the residentials once more. Oh, what has it got against people's homes? Once again, if only World Central Kitchen were here to make sure that all the people who have just been made homeless by this tornado, which has just destroyed all of my water. Oh
A
boy.
tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna slow this back down again. Okay. What is the disaster report on this one? 348 citizens lost, 71 buildings, and 2,105 meters of road. Ugh. Okay. This is biggest priority right to start with, because this was my city's water. So, we're going to drop one in there, and one there, and these three were windmills, and oh lord, do I have enough money to replace the windmills? Please say yes. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm not broke yet. Alright, I have reconnected the water. I never did run power over to here, but it was working okay up until all that happened. Oh boy, okay, just let me let this run for just a moment, so that people will realize that they have water. There we go. Okay, now I don't have those notices. Let's get on to fixing the destruction. Let's repair all of the broken roads and hope that I don't drop too low. Honestly, this is the most important road to fix. Okay, is that all the road on this side? I think so. Alright, let's get the roads on this side. That is definitely one thing about dirt roads. They are pretty inexpensive to fix. Okay, I think that's all the roads. So let's take out the rubble that used to be people's homes. Find a road that I didn't fix. That was the high school. Okay, no wait, that's the high school. That was just a really big house. Alright, and it might have gotten the fire and police stations that were down here. I will have to double check. So let's just clear out the rubble so that rebuilding can take place. I'm kind of lucky it didn't go across the middle of town this time. Oh, you know what that big one was? That big thing was my park. Ah, okay. Alright, now that I have cleaned out the rubble and repaired the roads, let me... Yep, it definitely took out the fire and police stations that were down here, so... How were they down here? I know that one of them was here. Okay, I'm gonna put the fire station there. I'm gonna put the police station like right around the corner from it. We're gonna make sure that things are zoned. I will put, whoops, not the right one. I will put the park back in. I will check to make sure that my zoning remains in place. My zoning does indeed remain in place, especially now that I dropped the park back where it was. I don't think I put the fire and police station back the way that they were, but they should be fine the way that they are. Alright. Let's let the people rebuild. I do not want to modify the terrain right now. Stop offering that. Alright. And I will let the people rebuild. Oh man, the population was nearly to the disaster response unit. Oh, look at the poor park. All the trees dead because the tornado just ripped right over it. Nope, I do not want another square. Another square is just another place for a tornado to hit. So, while we are watching the people rebuild their homes after yet another tornado ripped over the town, let's talk about Thankmas. I am streaming for many hours today. I'm streaming until midnight Eastern Time, playing several different games for Thankmas, raising money for World Central Kitchen. They are a first responder group that shows up to disasters and makes sure that the people who are affected by the disasters are fed delicious, nutritious food. And I personally feel very strongly that this is actually the best thing to do. That is the first thing that you do after a disaster, is that you make sure that the people who have lost their homes, who have lost their livelihoods, make sure that they are fed. Because if you have a belly full of good food, you can sleep under a tarp for a couple of days. You can actually hold off on proper shelter or rebuilding for a little bit longer if you make sure that the people have food. So, to me, World Central Kitchen is doing some extremely important work, and they deserve the money to get that work done, which is why I am raising money today for World Central Kitchen through Thankmas. And as you can see from my various meters and stuff, I have had some very generous donations already today, but we can always get more donations. It would be awesome. It would be great if we could get some more donations for World Central Kitchen. Okay, the commercial district is complaining that there's not enough people to employ, and gee, I wonder why. Is it because a tornado took out half the homes? And now we have to wait for people to get them rebuilt? Is that maybe the reason? Possibly? So the commercial district will get some people to employ. We just need some more folks to move in. We just need to get these houses built. I do actually like this part. There's not really anything that I need to do right at this moment. We have the essential services in place. There's enough water, there's enough power. I've rebuilt the roads. It's just watching people move in, watching them build their houses and make new lives in the beautiful city of Pepper Lake. And hear the chimes of homes being leveled up. Look at the glorious, gigantic trees that some of these folks have in their yards. And here's a new house going in right here across the street from the park. Very popular place. People love living near parks. That's a gorgeously huge house. Look at that. The Sunset Residence. So we just need to wait for some more people to move in. There's space for them to move into. There is definitely space for them to move into. And I should make sure that my medical clinic did not get... nope, the medical clinic was untouched by that particular tornado. Life is good. Admittedly, I should probably build one over here just in case, but I am not doing that at this point. Okay, how much fill have we got going on in the residential areas? I see that there is still a plot or two here and here. But we are starting to fill in here, so I think I should build a few more roads. I think I should continue extending the district. I'm wondering if I extend up this way into this space. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, back to the dirt roads because they're inexpensive. I'm going to continue building on a grid because it works. And yeah, I'll go up to here and run this road up here and across. Run this here. And this here. And then like that. That makes me happy. Alright, make sure that they have water. Water is also an essential service. I'm just going to give it legs. I'm not going to spend the money to join them. Alright, let's give it some zoning. The music is getting really interested in what's going on. My goodness. This is the default soundtrack of City Skylines. This is the soundtrack you get when you get the base game and you don't get any of the DLC radio stations. I'm not going to put houses in along here or along here because there's too much noise. But we'll have the houses right through the center here, and we'll see just how many people actually move in on that. And make sure that I extend the district up, 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 and over, and down. There we go. Some more space for some more people. If I wasn't playing to a budget that I don't actually remember what it is, I don't remember what the amount of money I can drop to is, I would put some fencing in along here, just mainly for the look of it, but to mark the between the residential district and this roundabout. But what are you gonna do? Okay, I've given them some more residential space. And I'm just hoping that we get the few hundred more people that we need for me to put in some disaster response. We need 2,600 people to unlock disaster response and shelters so that people don't die. Very important to me, very, very important to the city. And if I can just get that 400 more people to move into this area that I've just built here, hopefully before another tornado comes. See, they love the dirt roads. Look how happy they are. So we've got lots of people moving in. I'm going to check our water and sewage availability is excellent. Our power is struggling a little bit. Our power is struggling, so you know what? I'm going to put in a second coal power plant. It's terribly dirty, but it produces a lot of power. Windmills are definitely the cleaner power, but they just don't produce a lot of electricity, unfortunately. Like when you've got a city that's later on, once you've leveled up the city a bit, I love these advanced wind turbines. They are great. You drop them in your river and they produce so much power for you. And also these solar power plants are just great. The solar power plants are awesome when it comes to producing power. And a bunch of places have gone out of business because I don't have enough people for them. So we'll remove those so that there's room for people to do their thing. There is complaints that there aren't enough people to work in the companies, which is another reason to be growing the population. So, come on people, move in. Oh, I love how there's these identical houses right next to each other. It almost looks like a suburb, except that nothing else looks like them. The developer just bought these two lots and built the two houses and was like, yep, I'm done. Just I'm gonna wipe my hands and that's it. So we have a bunch of people moving in. I hear the chiming of houses leveling up. Oh, a new house just going in right here. Lovely little duplex. Maybe? So many people. Look at all my little people. I'm kind of loving this particular building right here. The Spruce Residence looks amazing. Look at this house. This is a house like you built the house and then you built an extension and then you built another extension and then you built an extension on the extension and then you extended the extension a little. I adore it. That is just great. Okay, I'm so close. I'm so close. Look at this. We're 2,560. Oh, we're so close. Come on, people. I know you want to move in. As unfortunately, I am running out of time for City Skylines. It has gotten shorted just a little bit on time because we were having so much fun in Terraria earlier this evening. But I would really like... Yes, there we go! Boomtown! We have transit, we have unique buildings, a ferry, walking tours, buses, trams, taxis, tours, post service. We get policies, we get various kinds of roads and all that sort of thing. Oh, no, I don't get the tree-lined roads that I was dreaming of, alas. There is the 4-lane road with tram tracks and trees, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that anytime soon. We get pipes, we get all sorts of new buildings. Oh, it's great. Okay. Number one thing to do is putting in a disaster response unit and some shelters. So we do get some money granted to the city for reaching a milestone, which means that I have money that I can spend to take care of that problem. And let's get rid of these companies that went out of business while I wasn't paying attention. And I'm going to put the disaster response unit right in this square. It's a nice central location, access to the entire city. Oh, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Oh, it's so close and yet so far. Okay, it's going to be going up here then. It's going right here. Disaster response unit, extremely important. And going to drop a shelter in right here. And a shelter in over here. I'm going to put a shelter here and a shelter here. And that has spent pretty much all of the money that I was granted, but very important with all of these tornadoes that keep happening. So there will be money going to the disaster response from this point forward in the city, but rebuilding is going to be so much easier. So much easier. Also, while I'm at it, I'm going to be dropping a cemetery right here. No, actually, I'm going to drop it slightly away from the road so that I can put in more road. So, actually, no, that would block the commercial that I have going on. So, I'm going to put it right here. And that should take care of the city for a while, so that I won't have to worry about the dead all that much. I will figure out something to do with this area in here. I'm just not sure yet. Maybe a bit more commercial in here? But yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Mark escape routes. When no escape routes are present, the shelter has coverage around it like other service buildings. If you want to control which areas use this shelter, mark an escape route to alter the coverage area. Nope, I am fine. I prefer that the shelters just pull in from around them rather than setting up routes for them. Routes, I'm very bad at setting up routes, and I'm very bad at telling how many people I'm directing into any given shelter, so I would prefer that the game take care of it for me, because I'm not sure what I'm doing. But now that we have the disaster response unit, when things like tornadoes go over my service buildings, like the police or the fire or the cemetery or the medical district, I will be able to repair them once the disaster response unit has gotten to them. It also means that I should probably run a road out here so that the disaster response unit can actually reach. But I'm not sure. They might already have helicopters. It's hard to say. Yeah, helicopters and trucks. Okay, I don't have to worry about that then. So, the city of Pepper Lake is much safer now than it was before, especially given that it suffers a great number of tornadoes. And this is actually where I'm going to save it. I am not sure if I will be returning to the Pepper Lake in my usual City Skylines streams, but it is definitely a possibility that I might pull it up and continue playing the scenario at some point in the future. So I'm going to make sure to save this, and it's going to be a new save called Pepper Lake, not with the K, Lake, and brackets, tornado scenario. There we go. And save that to the cloud. And this is where I will be leaving City Skylines, with a happy and prospering city with still an almost decent amount of money. Right? Right. Of course, right. Alright. So, I'm just going to run us over to the Be Right Back screen. Thank you, Mia! And let's get this game shut down.